Hello, Hawkeye fans. I'm Bruce Titus, Director of Dining Services at Oaknall. We are presently hiring full-time and part-time cooks to work in one of our 4 dining venues. Our cook shifts end at 8 p.m., meaning no late nights and more time with friends and family. We work with fresh foods and we show off your creativity. Does having paid time off and benefits sound good to you? Learn more. Go to oaknall.com. Go Hawks!
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. I'm John Evans. Here is the Hawkeyes take on the Purdue Boilermakers. Good crowd, national TV audience today, so big stage here for the Hawkeyes. Had a good opening weekend for the Big Ten. We'll have plenty of updates as we go through that. Iowa fell in their opening Big Ten match Friday night to Ohio State. Hawks were competitive at the beginning of set 1, got about halfway through. Ohio State put a couple runs together, pulled away. Buckeyes were able to take advantage of some uncharacteristically sloppy passing from the Hawkeyes in set 2. Then in set 3, Hawkeyes battled, had a chance, actually had a chance to close out the set, but couldn't quite get there as the Buckeyes prevailed in 3, taking the third set 26-24. And then last night, Ohio State went into Lincoln, took on the top 10, top 5 ranked Cornhuskers, had 20 service errors, still led 2-1 before falling in the 5th set, 15-13. So Buckeyes are a good squad, and Iowa a very good squad. Iowa opened with them. Now they'll face another very good squad in 11th ranked Purdue. Purdue took down Minnesota in straight sets for their conference opener on Friday night to move to 10-1. So good, solid start for the Boilermakers. Couple of, if not familiar faces, familiar to the corridor, as I just watched Hannah Clayton take a swing going through hitting line here this morning for the Boilermakers. I'm sure you'll remember Hannah as a longtime middle. Her and Amaya Jones running together in the middle for the Hawkeyes. Another familiar face. I believe she's back. She didn't play Friday night, but could be back here now. And Megan Renner, who's from the corridor, from Cedar Rapids area. She's getting a good run now at setter for the Boilermakers. So looking around, Hawkeyes still. Mari Hinkle leads the Big Ten in digs and digs per set. So the libero for the Hawkeyes. The senior been very good, doing great work in the back row for the Hawkeyes. The Boilermakers are littered with nationally ranked players. Freshman Ava Hudson, 4.85 kills per set coming into the weekend, which was 8th in the country, averaging just over 5.5 points per set, which was 9th in the country. She gets a lot of balls. The Boilermakers are good at the net with Raven Colvin and Hannah Clayton. Raven Colvin averaging 1.38 blocks per set, 27th in the country. Maddie Skimmerhorn, nice libero for the Boilermakers, 4.53 digs as well. Hannah Clayton, as I mentioned her earlier, she's 93rd in the country in hitting percentage at 3.52. Boilermakers finishing up their warm-ups. Hawkeyes coming out, gold jerseys today. As they'll take the court for theirs. Boilermakers, as I mentioned, 10-1 on the season, 11th in the country. Finished last season 6th. Kind of stayed in that same range all season so far. 13th in the preseason poll. 11th, got up to 9, and then floated back to 11. But the win over 8th-ranked Minnesota should help their cause. Iowa will look to put a dent in that record here. As we look around at some of the other results, Friday night kind of went according to plan. Michigan took down Rutgers. Penn State took down Indiana. Nebraska swept Michigan State. Wisconsin swept Northwestern. As I mentioned, Purdue swept Minnesota. And Illinois over Maryland in 4. Got a little strange last night. Michigan again swept, but they walked into Penn State and did it, so handed Penn State their first loss. Illinois took down Northwestern. And also, as I mentioned, the open heck of a match. Nebraska beat Ohio State in 5 over in Lincoln. Good, another sold-out crowd over there. Nebraska rallied from 2 sets to 1 down to come back to get the win. 15-13 in the 5th. Today we'll have Michigan State at Rutgers. Indiana travels to Maryland, and Wisconsin and Minnesota battle on Big Ten Network later this afternoon in a big one. We're going to go ahead. I had an opportunity to speak with Coach Barnes. Before the match. Get that pulled up for you. And here's that interview. I'm with Coach Jim Barnes. Coach, you got the first taste of Big Ten Friday night. Wasn't quite what you wanted, although the third set was good, and Nebraska last night and Ohio State was a good one.
Right, yes. Ohio State played well here. We weren't ourselves until the third set. That's when we started passing like we normally do, and we had an edge that entire set and should have won it. Other than a couple plays at the end that if it gone our way, we win that set. But we had a significant lead. We were 17-13, and had a chance to close it out. But I consider that more of where we've been trending. And if tonight we serve and pass like we can, there's some things we can do to take advantage of Purdue.
So the nice thing with, early in the season you had trouble closing out sets against teams, kind of learned through that. Now you stepped in the Big Ten. You hope you see that step forward against Purdue today?
Yeah, for sure. It's just a consistency. We've talked about it. For us, it's keeping the errors low, and we've been relying on our service team to always be there and our serving game good. So we need to get that going first, serve and pass, and then we can take advantage up the middle. They played Minnesota and had a great win. Purdue, Minnesota didn't take advantage of some things Purdue gives you. You can attack the middle against Purdue, and they had their backup setter come in the game, which is pretty phenomenal. They beat Minnesota with their backup setter, who's only 5'8", and so Minnesota didn't attack her either. So they didn't take advantage of some things, and Purdue won a big match.
So that fits well for you of wanting to attack the middle and wanting to come in. So
right.
Big things from Amaya and Dill today?
Yeah, they'll really set the tone. We've got a little set that we've been working with Amaya on. It's a little different, and yesterday she was blowing it up, and we're going to unveil it today in today's match. But it's just a quick ball right in the middle of the court, and she's excited about it. But that'll get us a lot of one-on-ones in the middle. And Dill running that 3 set, she can get us going. And then our left side's taking advantage when the setter's up to take advantage of that as well. So there's some holes there, but of course we got to pass well to make all that happen.
Seems like you're getting, early in the season, it was a hard time. Dill's 6'7", AJ's 6'3". There's a different, even on the quick, there's a different height. It seems like, especially with Bailey, there's been a better connection with Dill, and Lily's getting it too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is that just something, time and reps now, the new team getting to know each other?
Yeah, for sure. They're all new. What's counter, thought as far as Dill, she's 6'7", but you literally have to set her lower. Because she's a fast hitter, and if you set her high, she'll whiff those balls. But if you set her quick, she'll speed up and hit it. Which in the beginning we were trying to set her high, and she was whiffing a lot of them. And I go, hey, let's set her quick. She's up on time. Dill really does a good job of being up early. So if you just get it out of your hands, she'll hit it fast. And that's literally her, which sounds opposite of what you would think with a 6'7" setter. And with AJ, it is keep her up a little more because she's got that longer arm that's a little slower but more powerful. So even though she's shorter, we want to keep her up more and deal with the taller one, and we want to get her quicker. And you do that through trial and error practice. And now we got both of them. They played really well against Ohio State. You know, had we passed well, I really think we had a chance. And Ohio State almost knocks off Nebraska 13-15 in the fifth. You know, that we're not many steps away.
They did that with 20 service errors, too. That was amazing.
Right.
Talking about your serve receive again, you know, the Friday night seemed like a one-off from what I've seen this season. The team has passed really well. Did you do anything, or was it more of that one shot at a time mentality of, hey, yeah, okay, we hit a bad shot, we snap hook that one, now let's just go play it?
Well, we watched it on video, and because there was technically some things Addie wasn't doing that got her in trouble, and that's who they were going at, was Addie. She, you know, our other two passers, Maury and Michelle, passed great. Their numbers were right where we wanted them. They were going at Addie, and we showed Addie her first step wasn't there. So she was putting a lot of pressure on her platform with not having that first step, and that's when she started getting in trouble. So we talked about that. First step's got to be quick, and you got to pick a side quicker. And what we mean is not try to catch the ball in your center, but go ahead and pick a side really fast so you can find the angle. And Addie was slow step and keeping the ball in the middle, which calls her to pass a lot of balls off. So she's normally really good at those things and wasn't that day until the third set. So we were able to watch that on film, and in practice she nailed it. So hopefully we're able to maintain that.
Our big ESPN audience today. Hopefully there's a big crowd. You had something on social media. We tried to get it tweeted out there.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we get one of those atmospheres here and kind of support the squad.
Well, yeah, it's a national platform for our program. This is huge for us because if, you know, these young girls are watching, you know, us play in front of a huge crowd, recruiting-wise, that's big for us. You know, so we put out the word as everywhere we could, you know, to get the Iowa fans here. I know football was yesterday and some were away for that, but we're really hopeful we'll pack this place and show them what Iowa volleyball is all about.
Sounds good, Coach. Good luck today.
Yep, thank you. Thanks.
Outstanding rendition of the national anthem, just finishing up there. Great job. Starting lineups just getting going. The starting lineups today brought to you by Quick Star. Big round of applause for Hannah Clayton. Ava Torrance, defensive specialist. She's the senior. Grace Ballin-Seifer, the 5'10" setter. So Megan Renner might still be out. Turn down the lights, going to test my eyesight here. Raven Coleman, an outstanding middle blocker. Allie Hornig is your libero. Madeline Cook, another pin hitter. Ava Hudson, the freshman, been just phenomenal in the early season. And of course the grad transfer, Hannah Clayton, will patrol the middle on the wrong side of the net today. Hawkeyes look like they're going to follow similar starting lineup. Toyosi Anabanjo from Houston, Texas, the sophomore. Delaney McSweeney, the transfer from Wake Forest, 6'7" junior, center by way of Center Point, Iowa. Lily Tessier, the setter from Fort Myers, Florida, by way of Florida State. She's a redshirt senior. The grandma of the squad, AJ Amaya Jones. fantastic personality from Indianapolis, Indiana. Mari Hinkle, libero. Again, senior from Rosemount, Minnesota. Michelle Urquhart, the transfer from Tulane, as she throws the ball and just barely gets it over my head. And Adina Schmidt's going to get the start tonight, rather than Addie Vanderweide. Addie was listed on the sheet, so we'll see how that goes. Good crowd rolling in so far. I've got that was the starting lineups presented by Quickstar. The Hawkeyes form their huddle, Boilermakers in theirs. And I'm John Evans. Good crowd here rolling in. End zone bleachers filled with students. Good crowd in the middle. Got some end zone seats filled, not all of them, but a good crowd overall. It's like one of the bigger ones of the season so far. And actually, Addie Vanderweide is the starter, not Adina Schmidt. Makes more sense. That was what was on the list. Addie, the sophomore from Ada, Michigan. We were talking prior to the match. There's 3 players on the court that Hannah Clayton spent 4 years here. There's 3 players on the court right now that don't know Hannah Clayton at all. Torrance to serve for the Boilermakers. Fires at Vanderweide. Great pass to Tessier. Middle to McSweeney. Scores! All the things we talked about in the pregame with Coach Barnes. Vanderweide passing on the mark. Setting to McSweeney. Hawks lead 1-0. Hinkle goes at the barrow. Right side attack coming. Rattles that one off Vanderweide. That was Cook. Hornig, the libero, back to serve. Floats it over. Hinkle. Tessier gets it. Gets called for double contact. Wasn't a great pass. Tight into the net. Two 2-1 Boilermakers. Hornig floats it over. Urquhart goes cross. Hornig can't handle it though. Good play by Tessier. Ran it down, platformed it to the outside. Urquhart gets her first kill. Tied at 2 here in the early going. On a Banjo to serve. Toy tosses, goes flat. Good serve. Right side again. Over the block, catches the back line. Second kill for Cook. Ortega comes in, Schmidt comes in. On a Banjo and Tessier head out. Cook goes to the bench and Brown comes in to serve for her. Brown, the junior defensive specialist. She spins it and comes forward. Good flat serve again. Vanderweide off the net. Urquhart dives. Good ball up to Jones. And that'll go for a kill. Wow. A little miscommunication there. Ortega stepped away from it. Urquhart had to lunge for it. Put up a fantastic ball. Jones caught it over her shoulder. Gets her first kill. Tied at 3. Urquhart comes over to the 1 spot. Mickey spins it. Goes flat cross, long. Service error makes it 4-3. Hudson now back to serve. Goes short. Hinkle off the net again. Ortega chases it, goes behind her to Schmidt. Off the block, Jones tips it over. Ball's tight. Hawks catch a break. Look like balance. Seifer, although she's front row setter, she was fine when Jones went up to play it. Jones threw off the timing. And balance Seifer's just a little bit shorter. Hawks able to take advantage. Jones right down the line. Ace serve! As she beats the diving Brown. Hawks have the lead 5-4. Jones down the line again, misses wide this time. Tried to go down that same line. Tied at 5. She'll go out. Hinkle will come in for her. And Colvin back at the service line. She goes at Urquhart. Good pass to Ortega. Outside to Vanderwide. Off the block, dug up. Balance Seifer chased it down. Pushed it outside. Chin rolls it over. Good shot there. As Chin goes high over the block. Just rolled it right over. 6-5. Sharp cross again. Vanderwide. Good pass to Ortega. Middle to Delaney. Scores. McSweeney's second kill, tied at 6. 2 subs coming for the Hawks again. Anna Banjo comes back in. Tessier comes back in. Lily back to the service line. Over in that 1 spot again. See where Lily goes. Floats it over. Goes back to 5. Right side attack. Clayton tips it over. Nobody's home for the Hawks. Hannah Clayton's first kill. I'd say in new colors, but they're basically the same colors, just flopped around today. 7-6 Purdue. Balance Seifer serves. Hinkle, bad pass. Tessier platforms it to Anna Banjo. Sharp cross goes wide, but a big net call for the Hawks. Give her the kill as Clayton was in the net, tied at 7. Vanderwide now to serve. She's over in the 5 spot, runs forward, floats it over to the 5 spot. Balance Seifer goes outside, Chin goes down the line and scores. Got it off Tessier's hands, 8-7. Torrance back to serve. Goes at Vanderwide. Good pass. Tessier, McSweeney. Another kill for Dill. She's got 3. Tied back up at 8. McSweeney to the bench. Jones to the front row. Hinkle back to serve. Hinkle goes sharp at 5. Good pass. Balance Seifer right side. Big swing down the line. Hinkle gets it up in the air. Anna Banjo tried to dive and keep it up, but couldn't do it. 3 kills for Cook. It's 9-8 Purdue. Hornig back to serve. Floats it over. Jones has to take it. Tessier outside to Urquhart. Mickey gets the kill. Passed it right over AJ's head. A perfect play there. Middle block had to stay home. And Urquhart's got 2 now. 9-9. Anna Banjo back to serve. Toy goes over at 5. Touched it off of Torrance as she tried to get out of the way. Thought it was long, couldn't get out of the way. Ace serve, 10-9. Hawks with 2 aces, 2 airs here in the early going. Anna Banjo again. Same spot. Torrance overpass. Jones hammers it home. Amaya Jones takes the overpass and dents the floor on the Purdue side. It's 11-9. Anna Banjo again. Good sharp flat ball. Another bad pass. Purdue's going to get this one over though. Hinkle takes it. Tessier. Jones. That ball's up. Torrance puts a good ball up tight. Tipped. Vanderwide couldn't quite get home. Good play there by Purdue. Hudson gets the kill to the back corner, her first. Hawks still lead by 1, 11-10. Brown comes in, she'll serve. She and the setter, Balancifer, same school. Hinkle, bad pass. Jones tips it over with the left hand, dug up. Balancifer on the slide, blocked back onto the Purdue side, but out of bounds. That kill will go to, that was Colvin. It's her first. Purdue's tied it back up at 11. Brown goes at Hinkle, bad pass. Urquhart puts it up to Schmidt, who gets blocked. You better tip and mean it if you're going to do it. And she left a short ball there that Colvin handled mostly. Balancifer also dunked it right back on. Purdue 3 in a row, 12-11 ahead now. Hinkle, much better pass. Ortega outside to Schmidt. She gets the kill there. Boy, it really is a simple game. You make that first pass, offense has options, and you've got a choice. You don't make a good pass, and it gets tough. Urquhart back to serve, all tied up at 12. Good pass there, middle ball goes right side, or outside. Hawks catch a break there. As Hudson's called in the net, she seems puzzled. Hitting air gives the Hawks the lead, 13-12. Urquhart again. Floats that one to the 2 spot. Balancifer puts a good ball out to Hudson. Big swing off the tape. Caught Hinkle off step. The tape threw her off. She was going to be in the right spot. Chin checks back in. Hudson to serve. Good flat serve. Hinkle to Ortega. Outside to Vanderwide. She's dug up. That ball's tight. Balancifer middle attack. Good swing there from Colvin. Her second. Purdue's back up 14-13. Hudson, another good flat serve. Hinkle, Ortega, Jones. Got it. Tied at 14. Amaya's got 3. Hawks work in the middle. Jones to serve. Goes down the line. Good pass. Right side slide. Sharp cross. Goes wide. Hitting air from Coleman. Hawks lead 15-14. And because of television, we're going to take a timeout. 15-14. Hawks lead a well-played first set. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. I'm John Evans. Iowa Volleyball is brought to you by University of Iowa Sports Medicine, offering sports injury prevention, treatment, and rehabilitation to athletes of all ages and skill levels. University of Iowa Sports Medicine, team physicians of your Iowa Hawks. Well played first set here in the early going. Hawks hitting 500, Boilermakers hitting 538. Cruising through here so far. 3 kills for Madeline Cook, 3 for McSweeney, 3 for Jones on the Hawkeye side. And as you might imagine with the hitting percentages being so high, the digs are at a premium so far. Jones back to serve. 15-14, Hawks on top. She goes down to the 1 spot again. Bad pass. Outside the chin, rolls it over. Jones gets the first dig of the game for the Hawks. Ortega outside to Vanderwide. Sharp cross, scores. Hawks lead 16-14. If you're a gambling person and you had first dig for the Hawkeyes, Amaya Jones, congratulations, that one paid well. Jones again, right down the line. Tough pass, Balancifer on the slide. Doesn't get the second one though, give Coleman her 3rd kill. 16-15 Hawks lead. Colvin heads back to the service line now. Fires it over. Urquhart off the net. Ortega behind her to Schmidt. High off the block. Dug up. Balancey for the middle. Clayton has to tip it. McSweeney got hands on it. Again, that kind of slowed it down. Hannah's got 2 kills now. Tied at 16. Colvin again. Good sharp serve. Urquhart, better pass. Ortega dumps, blocked back. Urquhart outside to Vanderwide. No touch called. (17-16). Purdue battles back, but it looks like we're going to get a challenge. Didn't get it in time. Vanderwide, bad pass. Hinkle. Urquhart from the back row. Dug up. Balancifer back row. Hudson dug by Ortega, but that's going to go into the crowd. 18-16, Purdue now on top. Coach Barnes wanted to challenge. He was just late. Up referee called for play. Hawks need to stop the run. 4-0 now from Purdue. 18-16, Colvin. Another good flat serve. That's trouble. Into the Hawkeye bench. They're going to get it over, but Hawks are going to have to scramble back. Hawks are going to get that ball up on a mad scramble. Urquhart actually rolls it over. Hawks in better position this time. Right side slide from Clayton goes long. Hawks steal one there. That's just pure hustle. Hinkle and Schmidt go flying into the bench. Recovered nicely. And it's 18-17. Tessier back to serve for the Hawks. Lilly goes short into the 5. Shanked pass. Brown's having a little trouble in serve receive. Jones was working her too. We're tied at 18. Tessier again. Goes right back, same spot. Better pass, dunked over. Ball's right on top of the net. Balancifer goes up with the left hand, dunks it over, 19-18. Balancifer to serve. Vanderwide, Tessier, McSweeney. That was the connection, just a little short. Bill punched it into the top of the tape, back onto the Hawkeye side, 20-18. Balancifer again. Goes at Vanderwide, good pass, Tessier. Behind her to Vanderwide, through the block and scores. Beat Chin and Clayton, it's 20-19. Vanderwide ran up the right side after taking serve receive, good play there. That's 2 for Addie. She's over here in the 1 spot close to us. Comes at an angle, fires it. Good pass there, middle attack coming. Hudson off the block. Hawks can't quite get enough. Actually, that was Cook. She's got 3 now. Actually 4 now. I'll get it right eventually. 21-19. Torrance back to serve. Floats it over. Vanderwide takes it in the 1 spot. Behind her, Donna Banjo. Sails it out of bounds. 22-19. That's the unforced error that, boy, you hate to see. Coach Barnes will call timeout. Boilermakers up now 22-19 here in set 1. You are listening to Hawkeye Volleyball presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball. Hey Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. Homewood Suites and Home to Suites by Hilton each offer guests spacious suites, complimentary breakfast, 24-hour fitness center, pool, hot tub, guest laundry, and convenient locations. Let their warm and friendly staff take care of you and your family when you visit Hawkeye Country. Purdue offense hasn't cooled off at all, still hitting .524. Purdue stepped up the defense though. Hawkeyes down to 280, and that's allowed Purdue to pull away to this 22-19 lead here in the first set. We'll look around Hawkeye land here in just a little bit. Torrance to serve. She goes at Hinkle. Tight, Tessier outside to Urquhart, high off the block, dug by Hornig. Alan Seifer outside. Sharp, dug by Hinkle. Clayton, dug by Vanderwide. Urquhart again. Dug by Hornig. Outside, big swing off the block and scores. That was Hudson. Hawkeye bench is livid that Clayton wasn't called for a throw there. 23-19. Torrance goes at Hinkle. Tessier one-hands to McSweeney. She hammers it at Balanceifer. 23-20. Bill's got 4. Hawks need a run. Here's Hinkle. Hornig, good pass. Middle to Clayton, dug by Hinkle. Blocked. The overpass from Hinkle went to Cook. She tried to hammer it right back down on the Hawkeyes, but Jones and Urquhart were there, 23-21. Hinkle again. Off the tape, Hornig, great play. Balanceifer one-hands it outside. Hudson gets the kill, her 4th. Set point Purdue, 24-21. Hornig back to serve. Hawks need a stop. Goes over at Hinkle. Good pass to Tessier, behind her to Jones. She scores. Nearly wipes out the line judge on a short hop. 24-22. Hawks need a run from Anna Banjo here. Toy takes a hop, fires it, drop ball, dug up, platformed outside. Hudson, big swing, roll shot to Urquhart. Tessier out to Urquhart. Hornig gets it up in the air. The ball's coming, nobody's home. Ball does come over. Hinkle, Tessier, Jones through the block and scores. Hawks save 1, 24-23. Coach Shondell will call timeout. Hawks clinging to life here. 24-23 Purdue leads set 1. You are listening to Hawkeye Volleyball presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. Hawkeye field hockey, after a big win on Friday in Evanston, Hawkeyes 7-1, fifth ranked in the country, took down number 1 ranked Northwestern, traveled to Ball State today. Looks like they're up 5-1 late in the game. And if I'm reading the stats right, Anthony Zell with a hat trick, Esme Gibson with a couple. So Hawkeyes exploding for 3 goals in the third quarter. To extend their lead there. Anna Banjo to try to keep the Hawks alive here in set 1. Toy floats it over to the 5 spot. Good pass from Hudson. Valency for back row. Dug by Hinkle. Can Urquhart get there? She can. Vanderwide actually gets a roll shot. Horning. Valency for right side. Block! And the Hawks are alive! Urquhart and Jones get the block. Tied at 24. Cook is rejected there. Anna Banjo again, trying to give the Hawks the lead. Toy, catches the tape, falls back on the Hawk side. 25-24. Brown will check back in to serve for Purdue. Vanderwide, Hinkle, and Urquhart to receive the serve. Brown floats it over. Good pass from Hinkle. Outside to Schmidt. Dug up. Horning behind her to Hudson. Big swing. Dug by Hinkle back on the Purdue side. Got to play it. Valency for outside to Hudson. Behind her. Hawks get the dig. Ortega. Hinkle. Urquhart. Dug by Horning. Hawks are going to challenge right away. No doubt about this one. Give the kill to Colvin. Going to see what he sees here, but Hawk bench screaming for the net call. And Coach Barnes will use the challenge. Otherwise, it's going to go as a Colvin kill, and the Boilermakers will win the set 26-24. Challenging the net call here. Look, it was more on the approach than anything else. Oh yeah, big swing right there. She hits the net for sure. Now it's a matter of if it's too soon. I don't know. Clearly the arm. Decision is made. I didn't see the signal flash here this time. As to the shorthand. So we're either 25 all, which my guess is what's coming. Net violation called. We are tied at 25. Hawks dodge another set point. Coach Barnes keeps the challenge. And Urquhart heads back to the service line as the Hawks battle back. Urquhart comes forward. Goes right down at Hornet. Good pell. Valency for outside. Hudson has to roll it sharp cross. What a cut shot there. That was awesome. 5th kill for Hudson. Doesn't take long to figure out why she's got so many with that arsenal of shots. And Hudson now back to serve. Boilermakers chance to close it out again. Goes at Hinkle. Good pass to Ortega. Outside to Vanderwide. She scores. 26 all. Amaya Jones to serve. See if she'll go at Brown again. She does, right down the line. Fallon Seifer behind her on the slide. Goes it wide. Hawks have the lead, 27-26. And Coach John Dell will call timeout. AJ will serve for the set when we come back. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball presented by Quickstar. 27-26. Hawks lead here in the first set. Good crowd there on their feet. Amaya Jones back to serve. Brown, Horning, and Chin will receive for the Boilermakers. And if you're asking me for money, this ball's going towards Brown. AJ to serve. She goes right at her. Diving play. It's a bad ball. Ballensiefer, good ball. Chin tips it. Ortega gets it. Urquhart. Vanderwide. Great dig by Horning. Ball comes up. Back row attack. Hudson scores. Boy, she's good. Ortega tried to get it. Couldn't do it. 27 all. Hudson's got 6. Colvin back to serve. Hawks had a hard time with her last time. See what they can do this time. Colvin fires it. Vanderwide. Bad pass. Ortega chases it down. Urquhart takes it from Hinkle. Renner in. Clayton dug by Urquhart. Ortega. Tipped it to Dill. Covered. Ortega behind her to Schmidt. Down the line. Ball is out. 28-27. Coach Barnes is going to go ahead and make another challenge. As the ball went through the block. We'll see what this one is. 28-27, Purdue on top. I had a great view of it, couldn't tell. We'll get slowed down here, see what happens. Again now, rules are a little different this year. Each team gets 2 challenges. If you're correct, you keep it. Not sure. Doesn't look like there's a touch at the net. But we'll see what happens here. Love what they're able to do here now. The technology is so good. It didn't go through the block, went around the block, the right side block of Chin. Getting a great look at it, comes right. Brown tries to make a play, and the ball looks just long then too. Got a feeling this is going to stay with Purdue. Coach Barnes then will have 1 challenge left as he'll lose this challenge. And on the Schmidt air, it'll be 28-27, Purdue on top. The last one was quick and good. This one doesn't look so promising. especially if it's taking this long. 6 kills now from Hudson, and she's heated up to go with 4 digs. 5 kills for Jones, 4 for McSweeney, 3 for Vanderwide. Hawks hitting 270 as a team. Purdue hitting 297. Hawks will just need a side out. Love Dane doing his thing over there with the replay official. He knows his handiwork. Call stands, 28-27 now. Purdue on top. Colvin to serve again. Hawks need a side out here. Colvin comes forward and fires. Urquhart overpass, that's trouble. And Clayton gets the kill. Good first set, but it goes Purdue's way. Boilermakers 29, Hawkeyes 27. We'll step away. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Extreme Arena. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. I'm John Evans. Boilermakers taking the floor after coming back, winning set 1, 29-27. Eva Hudson, 6 kills. Okay, 455. Go with Madeline Cook's 4, Hannah Clayton's 4. And the Boilermakers hit 316 with 20 kills in the first set. The Hawkeyes held their own, hit 270 with 15 kills. Amaya Jones with 5. And Delaney McSweeney with 4. Vanderwide had 3. After getting aced 9 times by Ohio State Friday night, the Hawkeye serve received much better. No aces for Purdue. Hawkeyes had 3 aces, but also had 3 errors. 14 digs from Purdue, 6 from Hornig, 4 from Hudson. Hinkle ended up with 3 for the Hawks, 2 from Ortega, 2 from Urquhart. Couple blocks from Amaya Jones and Urquhart. Purdue had the 1 block, Colvin and Balanceifer on the Schmidt tip. Hawkeyes will come back out here. Vanderwide will serve to get us started. Coach Shondell checking out the stats. We haven't been handed stats today, so it's been a little bit different. And Vanderwide will try to keep the Hawkeyes close here. Get out to a lead. Tight first set. Vanderwide right down to the 5. Balancey for the middle to Clayton. That'll go for a kill. Hannah's up to 5. Horning back to serve. The libero comes forward, floats it over. Good serve. Vanderwide, Tessier, Urquhart off the block. Calls Cook in the net. Serve comes over. Ball's tight. Oh, my goodness. Colvin just demolishes that ball. 2-1 Boilermakers. Purdue going to roll 6-2 now. As Renner's going to come in to serve, come into the front row to set. Brown sends it over. Hinkle. Bad pass. Vanderwide outside of Toyosi. And she sails it long. 3-1 Purdue. Those are the ones for Toy. Just got to get tuned in a little bit. Vanderwide, bad pass. Tessier, Urquhart off the net, tapes it, rolls out of bounds. 4-1. Self-inflicted wounds. See if the Hawks can stop it here. Brown. Vanderwide, bad pass. Hinkle platforms it to Urquhart. Goes sharp cross, Hornig digs. Renner, tip, Urquhart takes it. Tessier on a banjo. Sails it long. 5-1. And the Buckeyes have barely, or the Boilermakers have barely touched it. Hinkle, much better pass. Tessier behind her than a banjo. She got that one. Hawks stop the run. It's 5-2 now. Toy to serve, comes forward, fires it wide. Not her best 5 or 10 minute stretch. She'll check out. Ortega comes in. Tessier goes out. Schmidt comes in. And Hudson serves. Floats it to Vanderwide. Good pass. Ortega to Jones. Scores. Amaya leads the Hawks with 6. 6-3. Urquhart spins it, fires it over. Good pass, Renner, outside. Chin, blocked but out of bounds. Jones was nowhere to be found there. That was one-on-one with Schmidt. Off the block and scores. Renner's a front row setter, so they have to chase her a little bit. Colvin now to serve. She served out the first set. Hawks need to side this out quick. Good pass from Hinkle. Ortega outside of Vanderwide. Blocked, out of bounds. Hawks are in the net, though. Vanderweid's called in the net. Coach Barnes questions, looks at Vanderweid, and she says, oh, yeah. Colvin, Hinkle, Ortega, back row Urquhart. Hudson was in the right place, couldn't handle it though, 8-4. Urquhart's got 3 now. Jones to serve, Hawks need a run. Slide coming from Clayton. Saw that a lot of times for the Hawkeyes. Big swing there. Clayton's got 6. So Boilermaker's actually running a 5-1. They're just doing it with 2 different setters. Balance Seifer to serve. Urquhart off the net. Ortega, double contact. 10-4 now, Purdue on top. Balance Seifer. Hinkle, much better pass. Ortega, Delaney whiffs it but scores. McSweeney's got 5. Tessier and Anabanjo back in. Hawks need to crawl back now. Tessier floats it down the line of Chin. Bad pass. Big swing from Cook. Wow. Cook from an awkward position, kind of middle of the court, off the net. She hammers it home, 11-5. Torrance back in to serve. Vanderweid, good pass to Tessier. McSweeney. Touch called. Touch called. There we go. There's no argument from the Purdue side, so give McSweeney the kill. She's got 6 now. It's 11-6. Vanderweid to serve. Drops it in the 6th spot. Balance Seifer behind her. Cook off the block. Boy, looked like a lot of tape. Purdue on top as the Hawks couldn't dig that ball up as Cook punched it back over again. Hornig back to serve. Hawks are able to side out now but can't string points. Vanderweid, good pass. Tessier behind her, Anabanjo. Blows up Hornig, 12-7. Hinkle to serve for the Hawks. She goes cross. Didn't move her feet. That ball's off the net. Free ball coming. Vanderweid, good platform to Tessier. Outside of Urquhart. Ball goes in the stands. Hawks get 2 in a row, 12-8. Hinkle. Ball's off the net again. Balance Seifer outside. Dug up this time. Tessier takes it down. Urquhart tips. Net violation again by Purdue. 12-9. 3 in a row for the Hawks. Hinkle. Good flat serve there. Horning has to platform it. Hudson rolls it over. Vanderweid takes it. Tessier behind her, Anabanjo. Gets it over. That's 4 in a row for the Hawks. It's 12-10. Crowd coming back to life here now. Hinkle dropped it right in front of Torrance. See if she gets it back into her chest this time. Does. Bad pass from Hudson. But Hudson's going to get a big swing from the outside. Dug up. Tessier actually on a banjo chested down. Vanderwide rolls it over. Torrance. Balancifer behind her to Cook. Blocked! Urquhart. Jones. It's 12-11. Coach Shondell's seen enough. Timeout Purdue. Hawks back in the set. 12-11. We'll take a break. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball. I'm John Evans. When corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Take a closer look and you'll discover the many connections you have to corn. And those connections translate into wins for farmers and wins for all Iowans. Share your winning moments using hashtag IowansWin. Hawks on a 5-0 run have battled back here in set 2. Still trail 12-11. Drop the first set 29-27. 6 kills each for Delaney McSweeney and Amaya Jones. 4 for Mickey Urquhart. 3 for Toy and Addie Vanderwide. 6 for Cook, Hudson, and Clayton on the Purdue side. But the Hawks have battled back, hitting now .250 in this set after struggling early on. Found their way a little bit. Purdue still hitting .455 in this set. Hawks now right back in it. 26 kills for Purdue, 23 for the Hawks in total. Hinkle to serve. Floats it over. Hudson, bad pass. Balancifer gets the ball up. Hudson has to just push it over. Double contact called. She won't be happy about that. They haven't liked any call on that side of the net so far. Tied at 12. Hinkle again, all tied up here. Bad pass again. Hornig to Hudson. Big swing, long, no touch. Hawks have battled all the way back. They've got the lead now. 7-0 run. Hawks lead 13-12 now. Just Hudson's second hitting error. Hinkle again. Torrance, another bad pass. Cook all the way out to Hudson. Gets the swing off the block. Vanderwide. Tessier. Urquhart off the block. Great dig by Hornig. Balancifer chases it down. Hudson again. Big swing. Catches the back line and scores. 7-0 run from the Hawks. Ends with the Hudson kill. Tied at 13. Brown back in. She'll serve. Brown spins, runs forward, fires it over. Hinkle, good pass to Tessier. Behind her to Jones. Block. Stayed on the Hawkeye side. Tessier almost covered it. 14-13. Colvin and Hudson get the block. Brown to serve again. Into the net. First service error of the match for the Boilermakers. Tied at 14. On a Banjola serve, she comes over into the 5 spot over here, right in front of the Hawkeye bench. Comes forward. Good serve there in the 5. Behind, tipped over, dug up, Tessier. Vanderwide chops it. That finds a hole. Oh, boy. Hawks will win no style points there, but take the lead 15-14. Vanderwide kills her 4th. On a banjo, goes good cross to 5 again. Renner all the way outside, Hudson behind her. Oh boy, she's too good to get dirty ones like that. Rolls it into the tape, has enough spin to find its way over the net. Drop on the Hawkeye side, right in the 4 spot, tied at 15. Hudson now back to serve. She's got 8 kills, tied at 15. Good flat serve. Hinkle off the net. Ortega platforms it. Schmidt off the block, dug by Hornig. Renner, back row Hudson. Rattles it through Schmidt and Jones. 16-15, Purdue back on top. Hudson again, floats that one over. Ortega, good hands out to Schmidt. Tips, covered. Hinkle, Ortega, behind Urquhart. Chin, dug by Vanderwide, but hits the support, 17-15. Again, this is just it. Stop the run here. Don't let it get too far away. Hudson to serve again. Floats it over. Hinkle, good pass. Ortega, Jones. Colvin gets the block, 18-15. We'll see if Coach Barnes, making sure he's got 2 timeouts, he'll use one. Purdue on a 4-0 run, lead 18-15 here in the second. We'll take a break. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Quickstar goes the extra mile to make sure that you always have the freshest options, because service and quality is what matters most. Visit any of our locations across Iowa. 18-15, Boilermakers on a 4-0 run. Here in set 2 now. Pulled back out to the lead. Purdue took set 1, 29-27. Hudson to serve again. Hinkle diving play, Ortega. Back row from Urquhart. Horning. Ball comes all the way across the chin. She rolls a big high one over. Vanderwide. Ortega behind her to Urquhart again. Horning, another beauty. Double contact on Renner. Hawks get the side out. It's 18-16. And Urquhart back to serve. Hawks will have to fight back one more time. Urquhart, good pass that time from Brown. Chin sails it long, no touch, 18-17. Mickey to serve again. Floats this one into the 2 spot. Good serve. Ball goes outside. Chin has to roll it over. Vanderwide takes it. Ortega behind her to Schmidt. Net violation called. Great dig from Horning, but for nothing. Balanceifer in for Renner. We're tied at 18. First set was point. This one's been more runs on each side. Urquhart floats that one again to the 2 spot. Balanceifer back row. Dug by Urquhart. Ortega outside Vanderwide chops it. Brown gets it. Platformed all the way across. Chin will have to platform it over. Hinkle, Ortega, Jones. Scores! Had to wait. Brown got the ball up in the air, but couldn't do enough with it, and the Hawks have retaken the lead 19-18. Urquhart again. Mickey floats it again. Another good one in the 2 spot. Colvin has to roll it. Hinkle gets it. Ortega, Jones. Brown gets it up in the air. Oh, Balanceifer, great hustle play. Hudson whiffed and Horning wasn't ready. Hawks lead 20-18. Timeout Purdue. And we'll take a break. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball. I'm John Evans. Hawks on a 5-0 run, now lead set 2, 20-18. Purdue took the first set, 29-27. As the Boilermakers had a number of set points in the first set. Hawks had one, couldn't close it out. Purdue battled back. Closed out the set. Hawks now, nice run here. Amaya Jones, 8 kills. McSweeney's got 6. Coach Barnes talked before the match about attacking from the middle. Hawkeyes have done a good job in the middle. 14 kills to just 3 errors on 19 swings. Urquhart spins it. Floats another one over. Good ball there. Colvin off the block. Hinkle can't dive and get that one. Colvin's got 5. It's 20-19. Horning's a little confused. She wanted to serve, but it's not her turn. It's Colvin's. Colvin's been really good at the service line for Purdue. She went a little pre-whistle there. No harm done. I saw a Nebraska server last night get called for an 8-second violation. Don't see that very often in college. Colvin again. Makes a service error that time. She's not going to be amused at all there. 21-19. Jones to serve for the Hawks. Good drop ball there. Pushes it outside. Chin chops it over, long, no touch. 22-19. And that'll be it for Chin as Emma Ellis comes in. Jones Tough pass, punched over. Jones gets the dig. Ortega backpedals, gets it. Urquhart. She gets the kill as Brown can't handle it. 23-19 Hawks. Urquhart's got 5. Hawkeye pins doing just enough. Jones, another good serve. Brown, great pass this time. Slide to Clayton. She hits it in the net, and the Hawks have a whole handful of set points. Jones, good serve. It's an ace! The Hawks take the set, 25-19, and we're tied at 1 set apiece. We will take a break, tied at 1 set. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar.
Hello, Hawkeye fans. I'm Bruce Titus, Director of Dining Services at Oaknall. We are presently hiring full-time and part-time cooks to work in one of our 4 dining venues. Our cook shifts end at 8 p.m., meaning no late nights and more time with friends and family. We work with fresh foods and we show off your creativity. Does having paid time off and benefits sound good to you? Learn more. Go to oaknoll.com. Go Hawks!
Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball presented by Quickstar. I'm John Evans. We're tied at one set apiece, 29-27. Boilermakers took the first. Hawkeyes went on a 5-0 run to finish up the second set, won it 25-19, battling back after being down in the set. I guess if you want to draw the comparison, Hawkeye football, there's an Iowa way of winning in football. Might not always be the most aesthetically pleasing unless you like the more defensive brand of football. And that's really what Iowa did there toward the end of the second set there, as the Hawkeyes really turned up defensive pressure, took Purdue out of their rhythm. Great serving from Mari Hinkle, great serving from then Maya Jones as the Hawkeyes plowed through, finished it up. I just lost my stat feed, so I can't give you the details there, as we just lost them all. So we'll see what Maya Jones so far with a great all-around game. That much I know. 3 blocks, a couple aces. The teams retake the floor here. One set apiece. There we go. We are broken on the stat feed, so old school here. We're just gonna have to give it to you the way we see it. Women's soccer was playing at Ohio State today. See if I can track down a result there for them. Like, Buckeyes were 2-0 winners, 2-0 winners over Iowa. So we've got our stat feed back. Give Maya Jones 8 kills through 2 sets, 2 service aces, 3 blocks, and throw in a dig for good measure. Torrance serves. Vanderwide steps in front. Tessier behind her to Anabanjo. Blocked. Ball catches the line. First point of the third set goes to the Boilermakers, 1-0. Torrance to serve again. Senior from Indiana. Floats it at Vanderwide. Good pass. Middle from Sweeney. Has to go high. Good dig there. Balance Seifer outside. Hudson dug by Vanderwide. Tessier platforms to Urquhart. Timing's off. Chops it wide. Kind of how the second set started. Torrance again. See how long the Hawks can continue with the intensity. Torrance. Vanderwide dives. Hinkle has to play it. Good ball to Urquhart. Net violation on Clayton. Hawks get their first point. It's 2-1. Urquhart's got 6 now. Hinkle, good flat serve. Good pass, though, outside. Hudson off the block. Vanderwide's able to get it. Oh, Tessier's there. That's her ball. She steps away from it because Anabanjo was there. Lily's got to take that ball, 3-1. Horning back to serve. Hinkle gets fooled. Jones puts it up in the air. Anabanjo's going to have to platform it over. Good ball, though. Urquhart, good play there. Anabanjo with a brilliant ball as she short balled it there into kind of the 2-3 spot. Torrance comes flying up but overpasses it. And Urquhart just dunks it right back over. Anabanjo, good floater. Hudson takes it. Balance Seifer back to Hudson. It's outside the court. And Hinkle a little mad at herself. I think she, not sure if that ball was in or out. Just caught her off step a little bit. 4-2 now. Brown comes in to serve for the Boilermakers. Vanderwide, Ortega, Jones off the block, or Hornig gets it. Renner outside, Hudson, dug by Vanderwide. Jones platforms it to Schmidt, tips it over, dug by Colvin. Outside to Hudson, through the block, Hinkle gets it. Jones again platforms to Schmidt. She's able to chop that in. That ball's tight, Jones. Jones gets the kill on the overpass. Hawks win the scramble, 4-3. Mickey back to serve. Look for this to work. Brown again. Goes actually hard. Goes hard at Torrance instead, and that's an ace serve. Urquhart's first ace, the Hawks' 5th of the day. Urquhart, another good flat serve. Good pass this time to Renner. Hudson, dug by Hinkle. Ortega, or I'm sorry, that's Vanderwide. Hawks get that ball in play. Hudson again. Dug by Vanderwide. I'm sorry, dug by Urquhart. Ortega to Vanderwide off the block, dug by Hornig. Renner, Colvin, off timing. Schmidt takes it. Ortega, Jones off the block, dug by Brown. Renner dunks it. Hawks saw it coming, but Renner pushed it through Vanderwide. 5-4 on the Renner kill. Hudson to the back row. Ellis will come back in. She'll keep her spot for Chin. Hudson's got 11. She leads everybody, hitting .375. 4 digs and a couple blocks on top of all that. Now she'll serve. Good flat serve. Hawks bad pass. Urquhart's going to get a swing though. Dug up by Brown. Renner. Back row Hudson. Blocked by Jones. AJ with the block. Tied at 5. McSweeney back in. Jones right down the line. Brown, it's tight. McSweeney gets hands on it. Ortega takes it. Jones platform. Schmidt blocked. Colvin and Ellis. .65 Purdue. Colvin to serve. She's been very good back here. Knocks that one. Good pass. Urquhart. Ortega behind her to Schmidt. Through the block and scores. Adina's got a couple. Really need her to be good on that right side just to be a threat. Tessier to serve. Goes over. Another good serve. Renner platforms it. Hinkle, good dig. Tessier platforms it. Urquhart's going to get a back row. Off the block. Tessier takes it. Hinkle platforms behind her to Vanderwide. Off the block. That ball finds the court. Purdue really stepping up the block now. They lead 7-6. Balance Seifer back in to serve. She runs forward and fires it. Hinkle, good pass to Tessier. Behind her to Vanderwide. Through the block, but good dig there. Hornig platforms it. Ellis. Dig by Hinkle back onto the Purdue side. Hornig Balancey Clayton punch. Clayton punches it over. Hinkle, Tessier, McSweeney, dug by Hornig. What a play. Balancey Hudson will push it over. Urquhart. Toyosi has to tip. Clayton just flips it over. Tessier, Hinkle, Vanderwide, dug by Hornig. Good play there. Balancey ball's outside. Ellis right down the line and scores. 8-6, Purdue wins the long scramble. Balancey to serve again. Sails it long, 8-7. Third service error of the match for the Boilermakers. Hawks have 4. Vanderwide to serve. Add a couple low bounces, serves from the one spot. Goes cross. Ellis, bad pass, ace serve. Ace number 6 for the Hawkeyes. Look for Vanderwide to revisit that spot. Runs it forward. Sails it just long. Went toward Horning. Just missed that time. 9-8, Purdue back on top. Torrance checks back in, she'll serve. Torrance. Vanderwide, good pass. Tessier, outside to Urquhart. Sails it high. Was looking for high hands and missed. 10-8. Torrance again. Good flat serve at Vanderwide. Tessier behind her down a banjo. Right down and smokes it past Horning. 10-9. Toyosi's got 4 now. Hinkle to serve. Good serve right in front of Horning. Jones goes up and puts it home. We're tied at 10. Give Amaya 10. As she caught the Horning overpass. Again, all set up by a strong serve from Hinkle. She dropped it right in front. Floats it that time. Another overpass, and Jones dunks that one home. It's 11-10 Hawks. Hinkle again. Goes at Hudson. Another bad pass, way off the net. Balancey goes to Hudson, though. Sails it long, no touch. It's 12-10 Hawks. Chris going to return with 2 now because the serve receive has been poor here. Hinkle jogs back over to the 5 spot, or 1 spot. She's going to have to hustle. Goes cross. Torrance, good pass. Behind to Cook. Tips. Urquhart, Hinkle. Tessier platforms it over. Torrance. Balancey Cook. Goes through the block and scores. 4-0 run halted. It's 12-11. Horning back to serve. Hawks lead 12-11 here in the third set. We're tied at 1. Good floater. Hinkle chases it. Tessier behind her on a banjo. She's blocked 1-on-1. That's Hudson. We're tied at 12. Toy had cross open. Horning again. Jones takes that one. Tessier outside to Urquhart. Dug by Hornig. Balancey outside. Hudson. Dug by Vanderwide back onto the Purdue side. Colvin takes it. Balancey behind her to Cook. Dug by Hinkle. Tessier. Middle to Jones. Has to tip. Balancey good ball. Hornig. Cook again. Chops it over. Hinkle's got time. Tessier behind her and a banjo. Blocked. Covered by Tessier, but that's going to end up over here. Tough day for Toy. 13-12 Purdue. Three straight for the Boilermakers. Horning again, another floater. Jones takes that one. It's a beauty. Tessier to Jones. Jones blows up Ballensiefer, and we're tied at 13. Toy is on fire. Give her 12. I'm sorry, Jones is on fire. Give her 12. Toyosi now to serve. She's over in the 5 spot. Goes over, deep pass. Middle from Colvin, chops it. Touch called. 14-13 Purdue. Schmidt's back in, Ortega's back in. And it's Brown to serve for the Boilermakers. 14-13 Purdue on top here in the third. Good sharp serve. Vanderwide's a beauty to Ortega. Behind her to Urquhart. No block, but couldn't hit it. Colvin tips. Coach Barnes will make the challenge as he says the ball's up. This is a tough one to win. Any part of the ball touches the ground. And if you win it, it looks like it was Urquhart was there. That was too quick, so that's not a good sign. So it'll be 15-13 Purdue. And so that'll be it for Coach Barnes. That's the third timeout. Purdue leads here in the third. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. I'm John Evans. 15-13, Purdue on top here in the third. We're tied at one set apiece. Purdue took the first 29-27. Hawks roared to a 25-19 win in the second. Back and forth battle here in the third. Amaya Jones leading the Hawks. She has 12 kills on 18 swings, hitting .556. Delaney McSweeney also hitting .556, 6 kills on 9 swings. Michelle Urquhart has 6. Eva Hudson leads the Boilermakers. She has 11. Madeline Cook with 7. Hannah Clayton with 6. Raven Colvin also has 7. Purdue hitting .261. Hawks hitting .167. Brown to serve now for Purdue. They're up 15-13. Good serve. Pass to Ortega. Jones has to tip. It's dug up by Horning. Renner. Good pass to Colvin. 16-13 now. Brown again, spins it. Another good serve at Vanderwide. Ortega behind her to Jones on the slide. Wide that time. Jones hasn't missed much, but she missed that one. Just the third error. Coach Barnes will go ahead and call timeout. 17-13, Purdue with 4 in a row. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Extreme Arena and Hawkeye Volleyball presented by Quickstar. Purdue sneaking away here in the third set a little bit. It's 4-0 scoring runs, made it 17-13. The Hawks will need to stop the run here. And push back. Battled back nicely in the second set. See if they can return Brown's serve here and get going. Vanderwide uses hands to Ortega. Behind her to Urquhart. Off the block. Torrance. Brown, good platform. Hudson, big swing. Hinkle. Schmidt will chase it down into the seats. Vanderwide actually gets the roll. Renner. Colvin. Wide. 17-14. Hawks catch a break. Urquhart back to serve for the Hawks. Service error at a really bad time. 18-14 now. Hudson. Good serve. Hinkle. Ortega outside to Vanderwide. Dug by Hudson. Renner, Hudson, dug by Urquhart over on the Purdue side. Renner, Colvin, tip. What a tip. Colvin puts it right over top of the block, 19-14. Coach Brown will go ahead and use, or Coach Barnes will go ahead and use his last timeout. 19-14, Purdue leads here in the third, tied at 1 set apiece. We'll take the break. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball. I'm John Evans. 19-14, Purdue on top here in the third. Tied at 1 set apiece. Boilermakers really turned up the defensive pressure, and Hawks hurting themselves a little bit. Hawks with 8 hitting errors here in the set to just 3 for the Boilermakers. That's 40 kills for Purdue in total, 34 for the Hawks. Purdue hitting 258, Hawks down at 149. Hudson, the super freshman, back to serve. Good serve. Hinkle, Ortega, Jones. Wide. 20 to 14 now. Hudson, Hinkle. Bad pass from Hinkle, goes a back row attack as Ortega tried to go up and get it. 21-14. Hinkle, Ortega, Jones. Gets the kill that time. Lucky number 13 finally comes for Amaya. The Hawks will have to battle back here. 21-15, Jones to serve. Ball was out, she got bailed out. Horning tips it over. Schmidt, Ortega, behind her to Schmidt. Blocked by Colvin. Jones platforms it to Vanderwide. Block. McSweeney wasn't really ready to cover. It's hard to get the 6'7" body all the way down there. 22-15. Colvin back to serve now. Urquhart off the net. Ortega platforms it to Vanderwide, has to backpedal. Renner outside. Ellis finds a hole, 23-15. Haven't seen Hawkeye defense do that very much, where nobody seemed to. They've done a better job of having two people go after the ball rather than nobody. Colvin comes forward again. Good flat serve, Vanderwide. Ortega. McSweeney gets it across and over. She's got 7. Hawkeye middles have 20 kills on the day. (23-16). Need a whole handful here from Tessier now. Lilly serves it over. Ball's off the net, runner outside to Ellis. Big swing, long. Touch called. Give Ellis the kill. That's 3 for her. Balanceifer comes back in to serve. She's got a whole bunch of them here as they're working with set points. Knocks it over at Hinkle. Tessier, McSweeney. Dug up by Hornick. Great play. Balanceifer outside. Ellis rolls it. McSweeney got hands on it, but just hit it into where nobody was hanging out, and that'll do it. 25-16. Purdue takes set 3 and leads the match 2-1. We're going to go ahead and take a break here. You are listening to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quick Start. Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quick Star. I'm John Evans. Boilermakers lead 2-1. Just trying to look around at the stats around the Big Ten. Maryland just took set 3 from Indiana, 26-24. Indiana took the second, 25-16. And the first, 25-21, so Maryland needed that to stay alive. Iowa will travel to Indiana Wednesday night, play in Bloomington, Indiana. Rutgers took set 3, 25-13 over Michigan State. Michigan State took the second, 27-25, and took the first, 25-17. So Rutgers needed that one to stay alive as well. And the other match tonight is Minnesota and Wisconsin, but that's at 8 o'clock. So for the Hawks to step up here in set 4, gonna need the pin hitters to start coming through a little bit. The middles have been really good, 20 kills on 5 errors on 33 swings. So call that 15 for 33, so that's high 300s, low 400 hitting percentage. And the Hawks are hitting 139 in the match, so gonna have to find some other offense, ways to side out. And got a front row with Urquhart and on a banjo in it, and that's probably where you're going to find your most explosive offense from. So be a good spot to get it done here. Vanderwide will serve to start the set. Hattie gives it a toss, floats it over into the one spot. Torrance off the net, balance Seifer off the block. So we're going to confirm what the touch is, whether that was Clayton looked like she pulled away from it, didn't touch it. So I think that's going to go to, yeah, that'll go to Purdue. But Iowa does not have a challenge left, so it doesn't really matter here. So here comes the serve. Horning to serve. Good flat serve. First ace of the match for Purdue. It's 2-0. Hawks really can't afford to dig a hole and try to keep finding their way out of these. Horning again. Good serve. Hinkle. Better pass. Tessier behind her. Anna Banjo. Blocked. Coach Barnes will go to the bench. He's going to try Audrey Black. That's Toy, 4 kills, 7 errors today. Horning floats it at Urquhart. Tessier, McSweeney, got it. Hawks needed that. 3-1 now. McSweeney has 8. Balance Seifer behind her to Cook. Off the block. That'll go. Urquhart and Jones get the block. 3-2. Hinkle again. Good flat serve. Pass is good one. Balanceifer goes wide. Tied at 3. Colvin hits it wide, wants the touch, doesn't get it. 3-all now. 3 straight for Purdue, 3 straight for Iowa. Hinkle, Torrance, Balanceifer outside. Hudson. Hudson stops the run. Give her 12 now. Brown and Renner check back in. Brown runs it forward, goes right straight at Hinkle. Tessier outside. Urquhart off the block. Wide. Hawks get the point. Mickey's got 7. We're tied at 4. Hawks going to need something big here out of the offensive effort. Black to serve now. Good flat serve. Off the net to Renner. Outside Hudson. Big swing. Blocked but wide. Ortega and Schmidt will check back in. Black and Tessier go out. Ellis comes in. And Torrance goes out. 5-4 Purdue on top. Hudson to serve. She's got 13 kills now. She and Jones tied for the lead. Hudson knocks it over. Vanderwide takes it. Ortega. Jones. Jones has 14 now. Tied at 5. Urquhart back to serve. Jones, 14 kills, 5 blocks, and a couple service aces. Urquhart right down. Good pass. Outside. Ellis sails it long. Hawks have their first lead at 6-5. Purdue not getting much consistency today out of that second L2, or either L2 they've tried. Urquhart floats that into the 2 spot. Renner, Colvin, blocked back onto the Boilermaker side. Ellis will get another try. Hinkle smoked again. Tied at 6. Give Ellis the kill. Watching the replay here. Replay didn't get there quite enough, but Mari took that one right in the chops. Colvin, good pass. Ortega outside. Vanderwide, dug by Hudson. Renner has to platform it. Nobody goes to take a swing. They'll platform it over. Urquhart, Ortega, Jones, got it. Amaya's got 15. Hawks on top, 7-6. And Amaya hits that one right in the net. We're tied at 7. Balanceifer now to serve. Tied up at 7 here in set 4. Balanceifer goes at Hinkle. Ortega behind her to Schmidt. Has to tip. Hornet, great play. Balanceifer. Touch called, 8-7. Ellis with a kill. Good ball there from Balanceifer. And she'll serve again. Good one at Hinkle. That's an ace. Second ace of the set, second ace of the match. 9-7 Purdue, 3 straight. Hawks need to stop it here. Same spot. Hawks are going to free ball that over. That's trouble. Middle from Clayton. Off the block and scores. 10-7. Coach Barnes will go ahead and call a timeout before it gets away. 10-7, Purdue leads set 4. Lead the match 2-1. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. Iowa Volleyball is also brought to you by University of Iowa Sports Medicine, offering sports injury prevention, treatment, and rehabilitation to athletes of all ages and skill levels. University of Iowa Sports Medicine, team physician of your Iowa Hawks. Amaya Jones, 15 kills today, hitting .458. She leads the Hawks. Delaney McSweeney, she's got 8. Hitting .583. Eva Hudson leading Purdue. She's got 13, hitting .300. Raven Colvin's been a good force in the middle, although made some errors, but she has 9 kills. Purdue hitting .283 on the match to just .157 for the Hawks. Balanceifer again at Hinkle. Much better pass to Ortega. Behind her to Schmidt. Off the block. Hinkle plays it. Vanderwide rolls it over. Dug by Hudson. Clayton tips it. Hawkeyes get it up in the air. One-handed over by Urquhart. Clayton again. She whiffs. Hawks steal the point. Mad scramble from the Hawks. Gets the point. 10-8. Clayton wanted the ball higher from Balanceifer. Tessier to serve. Knocks it over into the one spot. Balanceifer behind her to Ellis. Tip. Vanderwide called in the net. Well, the worst part was she saw the tip coming. Pulled down, and when she saw it coming, she must have just flipped into the net. Again, Hawks have no challenge. There's nothing you can do about it at this point. Torrance to serve. Urquhart. Tessier platforms it to Black. Sharp cross. Hornet gets it up in the air. Hudson's going to get a swing. Rolls it over. Tessier takes it. Hinkle platforms it to Vanderwide. Big swing. Scores. That's 5 now for Addie. 11-9. Hawks still trail. Vanderwide to serve. She'll go from the 5 spot. Come right down the line here in the 1 spot to Torrance. Nope, she'll go cross at Hudson. Good pass. Balanceifer outside to Hudson. Sails that long, no touch. 11-10. Vanderwide to serve again. Addie floats this one into the 2 spot. Clayton has to take it. Ball goes wide. We're tied at 11. See if the Hawks serve it right into that 2 spot again, right where all the congestion is. Vanderwide this time. Comes right back to that 1 spot. Back behind. Cook off the block. Hinkle gets it up in the air, but Black can't chase it into the seats. 12-11, Purdue back on top. That's 8 for Cook now, but boy, she had a bunch early. Hornig back to serve. Hinkle, bad pass. Vanderwide will have to play it. Urquhart just misses. 13-11. Those are the ones you really want to steal. Horning again. Goes to Hinkle again. Not a good pass again. Tessier, Vanderwide, back row. Balance Seifer gets it up in the air. Horning behind her to Hudson. Rolls it over. Rattles it through the block. 14-13. Coach Barnes going to go ahead and call timeout now. That'll be his second. 14-11. Purdue leads the fourth and leads 2-1. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quick Star. Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball. I'm John Evans here at Extreme Arena. Hawks trail 2-1 and 14-11 here in set 4. Hawks showing a lot of overall grit and effort. But Purdue, the 11th ranked team in the country, 10-1 on the season, has been more than a handful so far for the Hawks. 3 straight from Purdue. Horning, the libero, to serve. Good flat serve again. Urquhart, good pass. Tessier behind her to Black, through the block and scores. Hawks had to have that. Audrey Black gets her first. And Hinkle's back to serve. Mari, good sharp cross. Hudson, pass off the net. Comes behind her to Cook. Off the block. Hawks get that up in the air. But Cook says, or no, that was Hudson. But catches it right over top of the net and just dents the floor. Hudson's got 15 now. (15-12). Brown back in to serve. Hinkle takes it, might have been long. Tessier, back row from Vanderwide, chops it, dug up by Brown. Platform by Renner. Hudson finds a hole. 16-12. Hawks need a side out right now. Need a good first pass. Hinkle doesn't make it. Hawks actually do not get that up in the air as Black couldn't keep it inside the antenna. 17-12, and the Hawks are in a danger zone now. Again, it just all comes down to that first pass. Hawks out of rhythm, not getting swings. Hinkle eaten up. Urquhart takes it. Vanderwide tips, great spot, will keep Purdue out of system. Hudson rolls it, Tessier has to take it. Hinkle platforms it to Black. Off the block, Hornick gets it. Renner outside to Hudson. Dug by Vanderwide. Hinkle takes it. Urquhart platforms it. Brown. Renner. Didn't see who that was running through the middle. That was Hudson actually running through the middle. Good play there. 18-12. Brown again. She's gone right at Hinkle, and Hinkle hasn't been able to get out of the way. Better pass, Tessier Jones, kill. Amaya's got 16. And the Hawks need a service run, down 18-13 here in the fourth. Black, good flat serve. Hornig has to platform it. Hudson rolls it over. Hinkle diving play. Tessier tips it. Dug by Torrance. Colvin scores. 19-13. Ortega comes in for Black. Schmidt comes in for Tessier. Ellis comes in for Purdue. Ellis comes in for Purdue and Torrance. Hudson and her 17 kills to serve. Urquhart, good pass. Ortega, Jones tips. Leonard gets it. Horning behind her to Ellis. Big swing. Down the line. Goes out. 19-14. Urquhart to serve. Mickey goes at Horning. It's off the net. Renner chases it down. Ellis, big swing. Through the block, scores. 20-14. Hawks just can't get a side out to put points together right now. Colvin back to serve. Hinkle off the net. Ortega has to go outside to Vanderwide, high off the block. Good play by Brown. Renner pushes it outside. Ellis goes high off the block and she scores. Touchdown lead for Purdue. It's 21-14. Colvin to serve again. Hawks step away from it, catches the back corner right in front of the line judge, 22-14. Colvin again. Hinkle off the net. Ortega chases it, gives it to Jones. She finds the floor. 17 for Amaya, ties a career high. And she'll now serve for the Hawks. For the Hawks to win here, she might have to tie her career high in aces right here, down 2. Good serve. Ball's off the net. Ellis is going to get a swing. Rolls it over. Jones gets the dig. Ortega outside. Vanderwide. Great diving play. Boy, Brown was all over that one. Give Vanderwide the kill. Addie's got 6. Balanceifer comes back in. Renner goes out. 22-16. Jones catches tape. Good pass from Brown. Back row Hudson. Boy, she's not any good. That's 18 for her. And Purdue's 2 points away. Balanceifer will serve. Good pass by Hinkle. Ortega, McSweeney scores. 23-17. Gonna need Lily to put some pressure on the service line here. Gotta get Purdue out of system. Tessier to serve. Hudson, good pass. Balanceifer outside. Cook finds the back line as the Hawks step away from it. Match point, Purdue. The plan is to have Coach Brown after, or Coach Barnes after the match. Torrance. Urquhart overpass. Clayton hits it in the net. 24-18. Purdue's going to return with 2 here. Got both lines covered. See if the Hawks can just drop it into 6. Vanderwide goes right down the line. Clayton blocked back onto the Purdue side. Outside to Hudson. Big swing, long touch called. 25-15. Purdue wins the 4th, and that'll do the match. Purdue wins 29-27, 19-25, 25-16, 25-18. So good effort by the Hawks, just didn't quite have enough. Hopefully we'll catch Coach Barnes here sooner rather than later. Again, Hawks go on the road now for 3 straight. They go to Indiana, to Minnesota, and then to this same Purdue team before back home for 4 straight, starting on October 8th. So Hawks fall 3-1 in front of the ESPN national audience. Hawks head to the locker room. Coach Barnes is going to come over right now, string out the headset for him. You got me, Coach?
Yep.
I like always starting with the positives. Maya Jones, 17 kills, tied a career high. And you mentioned it in pregame. So you mentioned the middles. You had 26 kills and just 5 errors from your middles. I mean, that was game plan.
Right, it was, and your passers have to give, good enough passes so you can do it, and that's where we fell short. When we were passing well and kept our errors low, we had an edge against this team and beat them a set. But our serve receive really let us down. Our libero Mora really struggled today, and and that's the anchors your offense. You got to get that pass so you can run those middles. It was obvious we had an advantage there. We just couldn't take advantage of it enough.
I've said it a couple times on broadcasts. You hate to break it down to so easy, but boy, that serve and pass really is. And at one point they had no aces to 3 errors, and then they ended up with 4 service aces, and you had outserved them and really outpassed them. I mean,
right.
Was it anything you saw that they did different, or it was just almost a little bit of pressure of trying to play at that high level the whole?
Yeah, I saw us lose focus, and when your libero lose focus and they start going at them, you don't have a sub for that. You can't sub for libero, and so that's a tough situation there. And then we had a couple players just start making errors. Our Toyasi, who's a great player for us, just started making errors, and we lost our focus. And those things got us 2 steps behind when we had 2 steps ahead. If we were passing well, we had the offense we wanted, and we were slowing them down enough, but it comes down to that passing game.
So now you're on the road for 3.
Yeah.
And I guess when it's a midweek, your first conference midweek, how does your schedule change? What do you look for now going forward?
Well, we started with number 7 and number 11 in the country home, and then we go to Indiana, who's not ranked, and someone we need to get after on the road, and so that's where our focus goes to. And then I believe we have Minnesota after that, but yeah, it's a quick turnaround. There's no day off basically because of we got Monday and Tuesday to get ready for Indiana.
So you scout film. I know they were playing today too. So you scout film and then jump on a plane Tuesday night and head out.
Yep, that's it.
All right, I'm going to let you go to the locker room, Coach.
Right.
Thanks.
Yep, thank you, John.
Coach Jim Barnes kind of sensed the frustration. He knows the team's close. They do their high level is good. Just Purdue might have had that little extra gear to put the pressure on and keep the Hawks out of and being able to pull off the upset. But Purdue takes it in 4, 29-27 in the first. Hawks took the second, 25-19, 25-16 in the third to Purdue, 25-18 in the fourth to Purdue, and that did the match. Appreciate you listening. National televised game. Good crowd here on hand. Hawks fall 3-1. I'm John Evans. Thanks again. Have a great rest of your Sunday. You've been listening to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quick Star.